Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Terry and this is another edition of Terry's Carnivore Treats. Many of you have reached out to ask me how I make my vanilla extract. So I thought I would go ahead and share with you. It's super easy. It's really fun. They make great gift ideas. The only caveat is that it takes some time for it to cure. And as an added bonus, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make my vanilla salt as well. That stuff is amazing on steaks. Yep, steaks. There are 3 different types of vanilla beans. There is Madagascar, Mexican, and Tahitian. Tahitian is the least strong out of the 3 types of vanilla. I prefer Madagascar myself. And there are 3 different grades of vanilla beans. There is grade A, grade B, and grade C. I am using grade A today. If you've got grade C laying around, not a big deal. I think it'll just take a little bit longer for it to cure. But they are equally comparable to using grades B and A. If you get started now, they'll be almost ready for Christmas. This is pretty straightforward and short, so let's go get started with the gadgets and ingredients and get to that extract and salt. You won't need too many gadgets here. We're going to need a jar, and if you use a jar with a metal lid, then you're going to want to use some parchment paper because you don't want the extract to be touching metal during its curing process. And then when we're all done, when everything is cured and we've got an extract, you're going to need some container bottles with lid and a funnel to pour everything in. And let's go take a look at our short list of ingredients. For the ingredients, of course, you're going to need some vanilla bean pods. And then my favorite is to use a spiced rum. I absolutely love the little bit of flavor I can taste in my foods. Of course, if you don't want to have any extra flavor, you can go with plain vodka. Really, you can use any alcohol you wish. Doesn't matter the price. You can go for a rock bottom dollar. It's the vanilla bean that will be bringing the flavor. So the alcohol is just the carrier, the medium that's going to extract the flavor from the vanilla beans itself. And so that particular component doesn't really matter. But I will say that this spiced rum adds an excellent flavor. Alrighty, let's go take a look and see what we need for the vanilla salt. The ingredients for vanilla salt are salt, and you're going to need vanilla bean pods. We'll be scraping just the seeds out of there. And that works out great because then we can use the pod itself to stick into our extract. All right, let's go get started. I'm starting with the vanilla salt first, since I need to scrape 2 vanilla bean pods to use the seeds. You think you have these things cut open, but they can be very deceiving. I use the straight edge part of my knife rather than the blade to scrape the seeds off. I use my hands to mix the vanilla bean seeds and salt together. My hands are already covered in the oil and seeds as it is, so I might as well include it all. You've got to try this on a steak. It's so delicious. To make the extract is easy. Just chop up the vanilla bean pods into smaller pieces, cut them open so that there is access to the seeds, and then toss them into the jar. You'll want to cover with a lid and then store in a dark, cool place away from sunlight, gently shaking every couple of days or so for the next few months. I usually shake whenever I'm in there in my pantry. And here is just an example of what my almost 3-year cured vanilla extract looks like. You can see those lovely vanilla bean seeds in there. And then of course here, just plain with no seeds that have steeped into it yet.